we've covered largely the framework. You know, we talked about the importance of commitment. We've talked about building a value chain. You know, how do you increase value for your customers, reduce costs? We talked about the importance of people. You know, we covered these three elements of having financial control, having a clear plan, and being able to execute. There's one last piece that my experience in working with many businesses brings it all together, and we refer to it as quarterly business review. The quarterly business, the challenge for most businesses is that the owners, the managers, they're just pedaling fast. Everyone's just working hard. No one's stopping. Often they're just dealing with emails, they're dealing with staff issues, they're dealing with customer issues, but they just don't take stock. They don't take time to stop and look at what's going on in their business. So, and this is this structure we put in place with a number of businesses we work called a quarterly business review. So it's just this opportunity to stop, look at the numbers, look at what's happening out in your environment. What needs to be our focus. We're very privileged. I mean, there's some we've been able to witness some fantastic growth and some great outcomes for our clients. And I think back to a client that we started working with. They were working with a business coach, and we had the owner of the business and one of their senior managers that were being coached, and there was a lot of disharmony. We talked about cohesiveness, but they certainly weren't cohesive. So we started this process of working with them, and one of the first things is we got to, they had their value chain in place, they had their people, there was certainly a commitment to grow, but there was a number of these other components were missing. So we started working. First place we started was was to build some financial models to understand where they made money and where they were losing money. And what became apparent was that their core business was losing money, but where they did make money was on special projects. We put a plan in place. What do they want to achieve? What do they want to be over the next 3 to 5 years? So we put that plan in place, and then we also put in place some structures. We talked, about the people. We talked about who needed to be sitting in what seats. There was often even disagreement amongst the owner and his general manager about what their different roles are. So we became very clear on their roles. We put in place a dashboard, and we introduced meeting process. And this all came out of this quarterly business review, where we were able to just get them to look at all these elements of their business and implement actions and what we're going to focus on the next 90 days. And look, the great outcome for them, and largely through a lot of their efforts, was that they were able to grow their business something like over in excess of 300% over a 5-year period, which has been a fantastic outcome. And they now have a very profitable business. The owner of the business is very clear on his role and his focus, and the general manager of the business is very clear on his role and focus. And now just recently they brought in a CFO into that business to help them grow that business even further. So look, I really encourage you to, take that time out, stop in your business, have some sort of structure or process to review these elements of your business, and set a platform for growth. We covered a lot in these segments, and there's certainly a lot more we could go into. And look, if you feel that you're not getting the outcomes or the advice, or you're struggling because your team's not working together, you're not getting the growth, you're struggling with cash flow, then look, please go to our website. We run breakfasts, we run information sessions. There's information on our website, and certainly more than happy to for you to reach out if you're not getting the support you need and you want to chat to someone. There's information on our website just to make contact. And I'd just lastly like to thank you for tuning into this series of videos on what we believe is the framework to grow a sustainable, profitable business over the long term, and I hope you got something out of that.